Well, I'm delighted to be joined here pitch side after the Dillon Quirke Foundation match by the Kilkenny manager here, Derek Lyng, alongside me. And Derek, great occasion and nice for us all to be part of it.
Yeah, for sure. It's something we were delighted to get involved in straight away. It's been a tough, probably 6-7 months now at this stage, time for the Quirke family, and to mark it here today and to drive the foundation and get the support they've received is brilliant, and hopefully that kick-starts the foundation, and like I said, we're thrilled to support it.
Yeah, and wearing the jerseys today and presentations made afterwards, it all feeds into a good future for the Dillon Quirke Foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great start, and hopefully, and I think it will continue to grow. I think there'll be a lot of support right across the GAA community, and we obviously we're neighbours, and we're delighted to kind of come in and be part of that and kick-starting it, and hopefully it goes from strength to strength now.
Match itself, a lot of players on for both sides, but I'm sure you were delighted with Garrod Dunn and his few goals and the way that your players just responded to last week's defeat on Northside.
Yeah, it's never nice losing, and I suppose the way and the manner we lost last week wasn't pleasing. And look, today's a challenge match. You prefer to be winning last week, that's the reality of it. But in saying that, we got to look at a number of players that we haven't had yet this year, and it's good to get game time into them. And look, it was worthwhile, definitely, from that point of view. So a lot of lads showed up well, but look, again, next week is back into the league now, and we have to kind of kick-start it from our own point of view for the rest of the league and get ready to have a competitive squad then for championship.
And you need everybody, because we've seen, like with the amount of injuries that Tip had this year, that you're just going to use a lot of players because it's a different type season than when you were hurling yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, there's just a short turnaround between games now. You need to have a squad is really important. So we need to get a work into a lot of players, and like you have a little niggle now and a muscle injury, and it's nearly a week or two, even minor ones. So anything, if you're looking at 4 or 5 weeks, you could miss 2 or 3 games in that period. So like we have a really good squad, and they're working really hard, and hopefully, look, touch wood, we kind of can go from strength to strength, and we have a little bit of luck with the injuries, and we can have a really good group to pick from then.
You're working lads back in all the time there. Walter Walsh showing up well, a couple of the Ballyhale lads back. When will we see TJ and Co back?
There's a couple, like Owen, Adrian and TJ, I suppose, haven't, and Adrian has an injury at the minute. TJ has a few niggles as well, not the major, but really towards the latter end of the league, I'd say, for TJ. Owen perhaps in the next few weeks. Adrian is hopefully maybe the last game as well, he's coming back from injury. So all the time we've lads coming back, so hopefully we more coming back than going out the other way. So like I said, if we have a squad to pick from then, we'll be happy.
They had a long season, the Ballyhale lads in particular, so I suppose it's hard to manage that perfectly. Yeah,
look, you love to have a little bit early, but you have to look at the bigger picture, and we like to have a lot of them there last week. We didn't, but it was the right thing to do, and they've had a few weeks of, if you like, pre-season training as well, because look, they're going from game to game at Ballyhale, and you have to try and manage that and get them up to speed a little bit as well, and there's a break needed there. So look, as it goes along, we'll have more lads back, so that's a good thing for us.
You kind of played a bit of a different style at times today. Rather than launching the ball, you were really trying to work it through the lines. Is it like that you have horses for courses maybe, and just try and play differently one day than another?
Not necessarily. I mean, look, you have good players can make good decisions on the pitch, and that's what we're trying to do. I mean, we're trying to work it. You have to work it up through the pitch from time to time, and sometimes the early ball is what you want as well. So it's about being in a position where you have options in front of you, but then it's ultimately whichever one you take, you have, we work through it. But it's a work in progress, and today was a good workout from that point of view. But as the games, it's doing it when it's more intense, and as the pressure comes on, that's when we'll have to, tidy it up a little bit. But look, today